In this video, I'm going to walk you through getting started on your architectural project. This is the Capstone Project 2.1, and it's the architectural cabin. So I've just pulled up a PDF of the book, and we're just going to walk through this and kind of just go through step by step an overview of what you're going to be doing. I'm not going to actually draw this out for you. I'm just going to get you an idea of how you can get started. So if you look on here, the first page of this project is actually our check print. Like if you could pull out a magnifying glass and look at it, this is our check print. This is what your final project is going to look like. You'll see you have a floor plan, you've got dimensions and notes all through here. You've got a little note down here talking about your wall thickness. And then you look over here, you've got two different elevation views. You've got notes for the side and front elevation. There is no extra little note down here. We just have kind of the labels of those elevations. So moving forward, how you're going to get started. So we download the CP 2.1 Arc Working Drawing Prototype, and you can get that off of Blackboard. You can get that out of the Google Drive if you have access to it. You can download it from the book. Once you open it, you're going to save as. You're going to save it into your home directory, and you're going to call it Cabin Project. So I'm going to come over here. I've already got it pulled up. You can see our cabin prototype. I'm going to say save as. And I'm going to go put it in my Google Drive. Let's just call it this. And what did it say? Totally forgot what it said to save it as. The cabin project. There we go. So I've renamed it. I can see it called cabin project there. I can see it called cabin project up there. So that's good. I did that. We're going to activate the model tab. We're in the model tab already. If you see that black background, we're in the model tab. That's just in case you happen to be in one of the layouts. It's just telling you to come over here to the model tab. And we're going to create the following layers. I am not going to waste your time making a bunch of layers. You know how to do that, so you can get on to it. The colors don't necessarily matter. We're going to plot this whole thing in black and white. So if you have another color preference, that's fine. But we're just kind of giving you a guide. Those are some colors that you could use. Definitely want to use this line type, and definitely everything needs to be the default line weight. We're not going to have anything that has that thicker line weight to it. So the first step that you do, let's open up this template and let's take a look at it. You can see there's three different rectangles here, magenta rectangles. If we look down here, it says place the dimensions and notes here in model space. Tip, when you're dimensioning, your text type for notes and dimensions should be the same. So notes and dimensions, same text type, easy enough. Fill out the view name and scale. So you can see the view name here and the view scale here. Fill out any necessary notes. So for example, this note right here would be walls 4 inches thick. And turn off the model space layer when you're ready to plot your views. So this magenta layer here that we're actually reading, that's going to end up being turned off. We don't need to see this when we plot. So you've got three different magenta rectangles. We're going to start off over here. We're going to start drawing the floor plan. Then we're going to move to the elevations. You'll have your elevation views in here and an optional extra credit, totally not required, but if you decide you want to do the extra credit foundation plan, you can put that over here. I would recommend doing it. It seriously takes you like 30 minutes to do. It really does not take long at all. So, and for extra credit, why not? So we'll just mostly focus on these two right here. And so you're just going to get drawing on that floor plan. And if you look over here, these instructions walk you through. This is just straight out of the book, what you see in the book. You're going to start drawing on the walls layer. You're going to come in here and just literally draw out the walls, exactly these dimensions. I really, really, really cannot stress enough. I want you to use, and it's all in caps right here, I want you to use the Polyline command. The reason I want you to use that Polyline command is because if we start drawing out these walls, if we just use the line command, I'm just going to pretend here, these are not actual dimensions. I'm just drawing out what I'm just pretending are some walls. Absolutely does not look anything at all like our project. But if I just use the line command, you know how the line command has separate line segments every time I click. If I were to do this and then offset for my walls, my wall thickness, and I type in 4 inches, if I click here and I come inside, offset 4 inches. If I click here, come to the inside, click here, come to the inside. Look at this. Oh my goodness, I would have to do this a million times for all of those walls. Then I would have to come in here and extend these, trim these. Oh, What a nightmare. So you don't want to use lines for this. I'm going to kind of scooch this off to the side here, and I'll show you. We want to use polylines. So if I'm drawing out my walls, I've got my polyline here. This would be a really funny looking house. It's like a staircase. But the Polyline command, it's one long continuous line every time you click. So when we get started and I say offset and I say yes, 4 inches, click here, go inside, look at that. Everything is perfectly clean. I don't have to trim, I don't have to extend. All of my walls just perfectly offset to the inside. So if you, for some reason, have just lines, whatever reason, you ended up with lines, it's not the end of the world. If you go to modify, join, you could type J enter as well. Just select all of those lines. As long as it's a closed off object, you will end up with a big polyline. And then you can offset 4 inches here to the inside, and it's beautiful. So I would prefer that you start with a polyline. If you end up having a line, you can always join it together and do it that way. So definitely start off with your polyline. When you're drawing these walls, do not offset to the outside. You're going to offset to the inside. If you do it to the outside, you have just made this whole thing 4 inches too big on the left and 4 inches too big on the right. The whole thing is going to be 8 inches off, top, bottom, left, right, all the way around. So make sure that you offset those walls to the inside when you do your offset. Once you've got those walls drawn, then you're just going to come in here and start drawing out your interior walls. Make sure you double, triple check. Like when you're done with this, just double check your dimensions. An easy way to double check your dimensions, but you don't even have to do a real dimension command. We're not actually dimensioning this until the end, but let's just pretend this is it. But if you just click on it, as long as you have your dynamic input on, just hover. Oh, well, that tells me in inches. Maybe that won't work so well. I'm still in decimal over here, by the way. Side note, before you get started, you're going to set your units to architectural. But there we go. So it tells me just hovering. I'm not even clicking on anything. I selected it, hover next to that blue grip, not even clicking on it, and it just tells me the length of those lines. So I would really, really, really recommend that you double, triple check these. What you don't want to have happen is find out that you were like 1/8 of an inch off at the very beginning. And so every wall that you offset from here, when you started doing your interior walls, everything's off by 1/8 of an inch. And I've had many, many students through the years have that happen. And it's a nightmare to get in here. Dimensioning this thing is one of the last things that we do. So you definitely don't want to find out too late that the whole thing is off by 1/8 of an inch and then have to figure out where that was and how you're going to fix the whole drawing. So double, triple check your dimensions as you go. Make a little cutout here for the fireplace. Then you're going to stop. We have a separate drawing called cabin symbols. So I'm going to go ahead and open. We will go into, you can find this on Blackboard or you can go into the shared directory and cabin symbols. So you open it up. When we're looking at this cabin symbols drawing, you see these red X's that are in there? Those are on the nodes layer. The node is, it's a locked layer. When you're doing this and you're ready to make your blocks, I need you to turn on your node OSNAP. That way, when we come in here and you're ready to make your block, create a block, call it whatever. When you get ready to pick your point, you're going to turn on your node OSNAP and you're going to snap right to the middle of that X. That's telling you right where your base point needs to be. Then when you select your objects, you will select those objects right around it. When you give it a name, it tells you what the name should be. Do not select that. So it says 2 feet. It won't allow you to do the foot symbol or inch symbol in here. So just 2-foot door. So we give it a name, select the object, select the base point with the node, and then we say, okay, I would recommend that you say delete here. That way it goes away. You know you've done that one. So yeah, that's what I would do. Do not select this text right here as a part of your block. That's just telling you what the name is. That's not a part of the block. Don't select that as a part of your block. So that's it. We've got a little node. We've got a base point for every one of these blocks. These are like the optimal place to insert that block. So you'll just come in through here and make all of these blocks. When you're done, you will close and save this drawing. And then you can use the Design Center. So let's go to View. Oh my goodness, where's Design Center? It looks like a little calculator right there. Or you can type DC Enter. And with the Design Center, did it open? Oh, I see it over here. It's hiding from me. It was up in the corner. With the Design Center, you can either go to Open Drawings or you could go Folders and go navigate to where it is. It's easier if you just leave it open. But we can see all of our open drawings. And that way, when we come over to our cabin project, we could, assuming that we went in and saved all the blocks in the cabin symbols, we go Cabin Symbols, Blocks, there's my door, drag and drop, and I've got it in this drawing. So it's a way to get a block out of this drawing into that drawing is just using the Design Center. You can go navigate to any existing drawing that has blocks in it, and you can do it that way. So once we're done with that, we've made all those blocks and we've got them ready to insert. This is talking about the Design Center. You can see it in the book here. How you're going to find it. You can navigate to the name of that drawing, or if you happen to have it open, you just click on the Open Drawing tab. And that's it. Now we're going to start inserting windows. We're going to start, make sure we have them actually. So when you insert that window, we trim the wall out. Sometimes you see it trimmed, sometimes you don't. We did not trim the wall in our guest cottage, so we are trimming it here just so we can kind of mix it up. So you can see different architectural firms do it differently, but it tells you exactly where those windows need to be placed. You'll put the window and the window marker in, those are blocks. It tells you where the doors should be placed. Remember, when we look at doors, if it's up next to a wall and doesn't have a dimension to it, it's got a 4-inch door return. 4-inch, 4-inch right there. It says 4-inch typical. We put all of our doors in, and then we'll put in our bifold doors. We've got a little block here for our prefab fireplace, and it has the hearth here. Tells you to start drawing your base cabinets and your upper wall cabinets. So in the kitchen, we're drawing our cabinets. It gives all the dimensions there. This is just step by step. Add in your plumbing block. So on the plumbing plan layer, set that layer current. These are all the things that should be on the plumbing layer. Electrical plan, set that layer current, set all the switches and everything. Do notice we've got a 3-point or a 3-way switch here, a 3-way switch here. So what this means is, you know how you walk into a room and there's 2 different switches that control the same light. So this one controls this light, that one controls that light. That's a 3-way switch. This one controls this light, that one controls the light. So they're 2 switches connected to a light. So make sure you have the right block that you're putting in there. Those have the little 3 next to them. SD is your smoke detector. You put in your gas, your hot water, cold water. HV is your hose bib. That's where you hook up your hose outside. We've got a water heater closet over here with a gas, with gas and a 220-volt cold water and electrical. Yep. We're going to add labels. These are the room labels: bedroom, bunk room, living, dining. It tells you how big to make those. All of the text. Room labels are the biggest. They're going to be 3 inches. Pretty much everything is 4 inches. If it's a teeny tiny little text somewhere, and it'll look teeny tiny, so you can see the difference between, just for example, pantry versus furnace versus dining. Those are 3 different text sizes. So the furnace would be the teeny tiny one. So that would be 6 would be dining, 4-inch would be pantry, 3 inches would be furnace, just so you can see for reference there. We're going to draw the porch. We're going to actually hatch the porch. Cool thing to know about the porch or the hatch command, if you haven't done this already, let's just hatch in something over here. When I come to the hatch command, I'm going to click inside of here. Instead of going with a pattern, I can say user defined, and then I can tell it how I want the spacing to be. So I can say 6 inches, and now I have a hatch pattern. Those lines are 6 inches apart. So this is what you're going to do for your front porch. The side porch, the deck off to the side, they're going to be rotated at 90 degrees, but the same thing. It's a custom user-defined hatch. Then you tell it how big you want those deck boards to be. We call it 2x6. It's really 5.5, but just to make it easy, we'll call it 6 inches. Uh, and yeah, that's it. That's a quick and easy way we're going to hatch. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, there's an architectural change order. So instead of this coming out this way, we're going to use the stretch command and we're going to stretch this wall straight. So I'll make a video just on doing that change order for when you need it. What else is needed? Oh, roof overhang. We're going to take the walls, all the exterior walls, we're going to offset them out 18 inches. Put a little leader here labeling it. It's on a dashed layer, and that is your roof overhang. Almost everything is 18 inches. Right around the water heater, 6 inches here, 6 inches here, and 12 inches there. The whole entire rest of the house is 18 though. If you look in your book, there's kind of a split page. So this is just a blown up version really of the check print. You see it half on one page, half on the other page. That's it. You're going to dimension the cabin. So you're going to set up your dimension styles right here. When you're done with this whole entire thing, you've got your checklist. Look at this checklist, read it, read every bit of that, and ask yourself if you have all of those things. If you have all of those things, then I think you're done. You might be done with that floor plan, and it's time to move on to elevations. Here's a giant, it's in the book. This is really an exploded or a blown up version of our check print. So you can definitely see exactly what you're supposed to be drawing here. This is what your actual page is going to look like. So you could turn it sideways, look in your book. My edition of the book, it's page 474. One thing that I do want to point out, and this is totally my bad. Up here, roof pitch, it says 1012 here and 1012 here. I'm going to see if I can rotate. Can I rotate this page? Oh, no, I just did it upside down, didn't I? Rotate clockwise. There we go. So when I'm looking at this, these roof pitches, that's a 1012 pitch here. This is a 412. See, it's not as steep. I accidentally wrote 1012. So be sure to write 412 right here. That is a 4, not a 10. And every page of this book is going to have it drawn incorrectly there. So that's my bad. Let's see. Rotate this back counterclockwise just to get it back the way it was. Yeah, this is just showing how you're going to use these miter lines. You're going to project this from your floor plan. Use those miter lines to project from view to view. Here's a close-up of the side view. You're going to draw the side view first. And then you will draw, it's telling you how to draw these things out. We've got videos on these. Drawing that roof pitch. You're going to put your blocks in. This is just detailing out how to draw the porch itself, the deck, and the steps, how it's actually constructed. Got it here. This is just showing how these roofs kind of connect. Dimensions for the blocks that you're going to be using. We're adding in a hatch pattern for the metal roof. And we've got a hatch pattern for the siding. So this metal roof is a hatch pattern. The siding is a hatch pattern. Again, remember, that front view is a 412 right here, not a 1012. And that is it. I think we are pretty much done with that project. So this is the overview. I just wanted to kind of walk you through it so you could see what we're looking at, see what we're dealing with. When you draw this, you're going to have your floor plan here. And then your two elevations, even though we're going to be projecting it here and here, you're ultimately going to move them over, rotate them into place. So you'll have one elevation here and one elevation here. Even though when you're actually drawing it, we want to make sure we project. So you'll actually draw your side elevation on its side and your front elevation right there. So That's it. I hope that helped. Just give you an idea of how to get started on this project. Remember, when you're doing lines, you have to set yourself to the architectural units right here. That's what tells AutoCAD how we're going to be entering these things. And then when you draw a line, it assumes that everything you're drawing is in inches. So if you want it to be 6 inches, you can just pull it up and type in 6. It assumes you're talking about 6 inches. If you want it to be 6 feet, you have to type in that apostrophe or that foot symbol that makes a 6 foot line. If you wanted it to be 6 feet 6 inches, you would just type 6 feet 6. You don't even have to type the inch symbol. It just assumes anything without a foot symbol is an inch. So just to let you know, I'm going to click on it, hover next to it, and there it is. That's 6 6. This is 6 feet, and that is 6 inches. So just don't forget, AutoCAD assumes you're talking about inches. And so the only way to get it to be in feet is to type in that foot symbol. Yeah, I think that's it. I hope you guys do a good job. This project is worth 30% of your grade right now, so it is very important that you do well on this project. The way that it's going to work is your instructor has a check print. So once you're done doing your project, different instructors do it different ways. Some schedule one-on-one appointments. Some instructors have you email it to them or submit it to them so they can see that you made your best effort before you see the check print. So be sure you finish with plenty of time to meet with your instructor, however they do it, and also give yourself time to review that check print before you submit it for your final grade, because this is 30% of your grade. So I know you can do it. This is everything we've learned how to do this semester, so you totally got this thing.